Guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Sophia. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Today we are going to be making an Awolowo cap. On that, I'll be using one line of hashoki for this. I have Mako. This Mako we're using. This is a foam about half an inch in height, and also my scissors. This is a brush, gum brush. This is a gum, elastic gum, B600 gum, and also I have about a yard of elastic here. This is a fringes I'll be adding to style the cap, and also this is a lining. The held measurement I'll be using is about 24 inch. I'll be adding one of allowance to it, making it 25 inch for this tutorial. Now I'll cut out my Mako with 25 inch and 2.5 inches width. So now I'll fold the Mako, measure out 1.5 inch. As you can see, now I'll add gum to the Mako on the part where I measured the 1.5 inch. I'll add gum to the both parts in which I'll be folding, and I'll allow to dry for some few minutes. Then I'll fold together, join the two parts together. As you can see, I'll press down, make sure it's properly gummed. As you can see, now I'll put that aside and take my hashoki. Measure round is now I have 24, the measurement I'll be using. Now I take my hashoki, measure out 1 inch and join it together. As you can see, I'm done with the sewing. I sew down my sewing machine. I'll apply gum to the both side and open. As you can see, I spread and open, and I'll spread and gum down to make it neat. Now I'll turn the hashoki to the other side. As you can see, I'll turn it out to the other side. Now I'll take my Mako and place inside the hashoki. And make sure it's at the middle of the hashoki and place it inside. Now I'll apply gum on the Mako inside the hashoki. I'm spreading the gum all around. As you can see, make sure it's properly applied round. Leave to dry for some few minutes, and I'll wrap with the hashoki. As you can see, I'll wrap round. When I'm through with this side, I'll arrange and also do the same on the other side. Now I'm through with it. You can see, now I'll take a Mako, place the one piece on the Mako and measure out the shape I want the cap to be. You can see, measure it out. Now I'll cut out. After cutting, I'll use the same measurement to cut out a piece of foam. Now I'll place that piece of foam on another piece of foam and add about 1 inch allowance. Cut out the foam with about 1 inch allowance, and after that I'll take my Mako, place it on the smaller foam, measure it out to make sure it's the same measurement. Now I'll add gum to the Mako, spread and allow to dry for a few minutes. Now I'll place the Mako on the foam. As you can see, I'll put that aside. Now I'll also add gum to the back of the foam. Spread also, allow to dry for some few minutes, and place it on the bigger foam. Press down and leave to dry for minutes or so after arranging it there. Now I'll take my ashoki, measure out about 12-inch, fold it down 12-inch in two places. That's what I'm folding. I need two pieces of the 12-inch, and I'll cut it out. After cutting, I'll join the both on. I'll go and join it on my sewing machine at the middle. As you can see, I'll join it at the middle together. After joining, as you can see, I'll place the piece, the foam and marker on top, and cut out the shape. This is going to serve as the covering of the cap. This is the top covering of the cap. So now I'll apply gum on the foam. After applying, allow to dry for a few minutes or so, and cover it with the piece of ashoki cut out. As you can see, I'm covering it now. Make sure it's smooth on the surface and well laid. You can see, guys, I'm done with that. Now I'm going to apply gum on the edges of this part. Take my brush and apply gum all around the edges. Allow to dry for a few minutes or so that it won't get stained. I'll apply gum also on these other parts. Allow it to dry for a few minutes or so. As you can see, I'm applying it inside. Just on this edge, not on the full part. Now place it, put it down and place it inside. Push it in. Now I'll push it in. Push it down. As you can see, as I push, I arrange to make sure it's not rough or I don't have gum stay around it. Now this is the best time to add your fringe. Just use my needle to push in the fringe so that it will get gum before it dries up. You see, through without, I'm just arranging to press down as it dries up. I'll take my lining, spread out the lining, and place the cap on the lining as I mark out the shape of the cap on the lining with my chalk. And after that, I'll add about 1 inch allowance all round the mark. Mark out 1 inch allowance on it. Then I'll cut out. After cutting, I'll take the cap, add the gum inside the cap now. Make sure you add enough and spread properly. Spread all around and on the edges also. Allow to dry for a few minutes. And now I'm going going to be adding the lining inside. Make sure it's properly arranged. As you can see, you press down, arrange with your hands, press down, and after that I'll take my elastic and apply gum on one part of the elastic, on the one side of the elastic. You can see I'm applying gum all on the elastic. And allow to dry for some few minutes, then we'll start placing it to cover up the edges of the lining inside the cap. Place it in to cover up the edges of the lining inside the cap, to secure it down, to make it neat. As you can see, as I add, I press down. Make sure you allow the gum on the elastic to dry up a little bit before you start this process. As you can see, I'll press down, leave for some few minutes or so it can dry. Now my cap is ready. This is the easiest way to make an Awolowo cap. It can be used for wedding or style for any occasion. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching today's video.